Hey y'all, it's your girl Jada J. Yes, I know I'm late with this review, and don't mind my hair because I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, I don't know what's going on with it. Even in a ponytail, it looks horrendous. So I was just, I'm just gonna let it out, let it breathe because I always have it in a ponytail. So I'm sorry about my appearance, and I'm really happy to be back. If my camera lasts, y'all, you guys will see this. But it's been acting kind of funny, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so glad to be back. So glad to see you guys. One and only, it's your girl Jada. Okay, so let's go right in. Okay, so remember last season, they did a little recap. Last season, they showed us kind of like the highlights or whatever. The car wreck, of course, with Veronica and Melissa. Jeffrey showing up to the courtroom and being taken to jail. Justin being outed to his wife. The funeral home scene with Candace, Hannah, and Benny. When she flipped open the casket and she didn't know QJ was in the grave. Also her saying that he's going to be cremated, which tonight I guess. Okay, so those are pretty much the highlights. Okay, so let's go in. If I missed anything, let me know. But let's go in. So we open up, not at the car wreck, and a lot of fans were kind of salty about that because obviously we were kind of hoping for the car wreck, but we didn't get it at the beginning. So it opens up actually with Justin. He's coming down the jail cells, that hall, and he's Harrington. So Jeffrey gets up. He's like, hi, trying to talk to him like he knows him. So Justin is like, Harrington. He's like, yeah. He's like, are you Harrington? He's like, yeah. It's what are you talking about? Like he has no idea why Justin is doing that. I'm like, now come on, Jeffrey. He can't be in there like, oh, you know what I mean? Like he's gotta sell it like he's a real CO. So he's like, sir, step out of the cell and put your hands behind your back, please. He's like, are you serious? He's like, step out of the cell, So they go back into the interrogation room. He tries to hug, takes Jeffrey's handcuffs off, tries to, of course, be all over him, and Jeffrey's like, what are you doing? Like, there's cameras. He's like, don't worry, I disconnected them. No, he's like, I don't care. He's like, since when? He's like, since I made sure they weren't working. I was like, are you serious? Something is wrong with him. I'm telling y'all. So, tries to come up on Jeffrey again. Jeffrey's like, whoa, like, come on, dude. Like, he's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, there's no audio, no nothing. Ask Jeffrey, like, how are you? He's like, what type of question is that? He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, don't, you didn't do this. He's like, yeah, but I can still be sorry about it. Long story short, he tells Jeffrey that, don't worry about anything. I'm going to handle it. We took care of it. We got that witch. And so he just tries to keep talking, but he's like, what? He's like, what do you mean we got her? He's like, Jeffrey, maybe I should probably get you back to your cell before they start wondering where you're at. He's like, no. Did you kill her? He's like, just tell me. He's like, Jeffrey. He's like, you said the cameras aren't working. He's like, yeah, but this still isn't the place to do it. And he actually tells him, he said, and speaking of, the DA pays people to set people up in here. Don't say a word to anybody. So he's like, all right. Goes back to trying to be all over Jeffrey. And then we switch to the next scene. I feel bad for Jeffrey because Jeffrey was kind of squirming, but I don't know what that was really for, because then it looked like he kind of went through with it. I didn't really seem like he had much of a choice, but I don't know. He looked kind of like, Anyway, we switch to Benny, Hannah, and Catherine. They're coming back from the funeral home. Now, Benny is trying to comfort Hannah. Hannah's like, don't you worry about me, boy. He was like, that's not happening. Like, I'm worried about you 24/7. And he's like, I'm gonna be in here, alright? So he, goes in the kitchen, I guess. Catherine and her are talking. And she's like, I want you to stay. She was like, yeah, at least you have like a home to come home to. And she's like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about staying here. She's like, I've never lived anywhere where I didn't have to pay. It was kind of getting my nerve because it was like, you have no place to stay, Hannah, at all, period. You couldn't even afford the motel. Come on, let the lady do something nice for you. She was like, you did pay. She's like, what are you talking about? She was like, everything that you've done for me, like, just by being who you are, you've already paid. She's like, nah, I don't know about that. She was like, okay, I was like, how about this? She was like, since you feel so uncomfortable staying somewhere where you're not paying, why don't you come? I have a new maid at my new place, and she's not the brightest. So why don't you come over and show her the ropes? She's like, I don't know about that, Catherine. She's like, and why not? And she actually offered her to run the estate. She was like, why don't you show her how things work, and you can run my entire estate. And so she's like, I don't know about that. And she's like, and why not? She's like, there's too much history between our families. You know, with Candace messing around with Jim and then her son running over Benny. So, okay, fine. But y'all obviously moved past that. I mean, she's paying for the funeral, which is not happening anymore. And she's letting you stay at this house. So, I mean, and she even left you in her will. Like, come on, Hannah, we're past that. You must be, because you're still that close with her. So she's like, I guess you're right. She's like, but you're staying here. Like, I don't care what you want to tell me. You are going to be staying here. Period. So she's like, I don't know. And there's a leak under the sink. And she's like, I'm going to have somebody come look at it. She's like, no, Hannah, I'll have the builder of the house will come and look at it. Don't worry about it. He'll do it for free. So Mitch actually comes in. And he's like, how you doing, Miss Young? How you doing? She was like, hi, Mitch. What's up? He was like, if you need anything, just let me know. She's like, thanks, honey. I think I'm good for now. He's like, well, you just let me know. Thanks for coming by. You know, him and Vinny go into the kitchen. Catherine gets a call from Broderick. Like, just a couple seconds after they go into the kitchen. She's like, I'm sorry, I got to take this. She's like, hi, Broderick. She's like, oh, you always say the nicest things. Really? Oh, well, of course his credit card was declined. No. Don't give him a room. Yeah, I'll be down there pretty soon. We could watch them grovel together. Yeah. Okay, bye. And that's just had a conversation with y'all, blushing like a high school girl. Okay. So she gets off the phone, and Hannah was like, "Hey, who was Broderick?" She was like, "Oh, you know, he just manages the hotel that I own 70% of." And so Hannah was like, "And what's this about his credit card being declined?" She was like, "Oh, what's that? Like, I shut down all his credit cards. Like, I closed all the accounts." And so she was like, what? And she was like, yep. You know, she was like, so you really getting this divorce or whatever? She's like, I'm done with him, you know, all that. And so she was like, thank you, Catherine, for this house. She's like, I just wish I would have had it a little bit sooner, and he would still be here. She's like, I'm really sorry about that. She was like, that is not your fault, so don't do it. And she told Hannah, she's like, you are staying here, so don't even play. And Hannah was like, Catherine, I might come down and show the new girl the ropes, but I'm not staying, okay? She's like, okay. You know, she's like, I gotta go. She's going down to the hotel. We get bitch. I said the B word, you guys, because I just combined Benny's name with Mitch's. I did not cuss. I combined Benny's name with Mitch's. So we get, I'm sorry, Jehovah. So we get Benny and Mitch. Benny and Mitch are in the kitchen. They're talking. And he's like, man, we gotta get up out of here. Like, we gotta get out of here. So Mitch is like, what are you talking about? This is a nice place, you know. He was like, these folks, I don't trust them. You do something to make them mad, they kick you out on the street just like that. He's like, oh, for real? It's like that? He's like, yep. He's like, alright, man, so what you gonna do? He was like, I need to get it. He was like, shows him his phone. He's like, this truck, I'm thinking about buying this truck. And so he's like, man, that's looking kind of expensive. He was like, yeah, that's why I was wondering, you know, could you maybe get me a meeting with your people about a loan? And he was like, nah, Benny. He's like, what did I tell you? This is bad money. He's like, man, I'm not even thinking about that right now. I know I gotta get us out of here. This is the only way to do it. You know, we were doing good when we had the tow yard. We was raking in the money. Come on, like, if you and I are a team, I can get them the money back. Because Mitch is like, you know it's gonna be what you owe them plus interest. He's like, come on, man, the way we was raking in money, how we was, it's not going to be a problem. He was like, all right, but I got to ask you something, though. They're not going to come after my family or nothing like that, right? He's like, nah, man, it's only 45 G's. That was $2 million that was on the table before. That's why they was coming after family. 45 G's plus interest, they probably break your legs, break your arms, bury you out in the field, you know. He just said it just like that. He was like, they'll do you, man. They'll do you, but they won't mess with your family. And he was like, are you sure you want to do this? He was like, yeah, man. He's like, all right, if you dead serious, I'll set up a meeting with my my uncle, I think he said, or my cousin. Oh, no, he might have said my brother. I think he said his uncle. I'm going with uncle. I'm going to set up a meeting with my uncle. He's like, all right, man, set it up. He's like, appreciate you. He's like, all right, man, I got your back. So I guess they're going to be going into business together once Benny gets his truck. I don't know how this is going to go. So he's like, oh, but before we do that, can we stop by the hotel? I got to talk to Candace. You could just wait in the car. And he was like, do you know where she's at or whatever? He was like, yeah, she's at the hotel. He's like, okay. So we switched to Candace. And she's escorting, but not really. She's getting these, like, rich conservative guys to come into the room. And she's robbing them. So there's this one guy in particular she has up there. You know, she's walking in. By the way, can I just say, I hated that outfit. If we could even call it an outfit. And I love Tika Sumter. I think she's just like the sister. Except, you know, she is with a white dude. We're not going to hate on it, though. We're not going to hate on it. If y'all don't know, he's actually Justin from this show. Okay? And they have a child together. Okay? But they're a nice couple. 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 Okay? They're a nice couple. I'm done. I'm done. So, I just didn't think, you know, she's a sister, so you gotta cover up a little bit more, Teak. You got Teak. I call her Teak, because that's my sister. I can do that. Okay? So, I didn't like the outfit. And in fact, when I seen the preview, when they released the trailer for this season, I thought she had a robe on. Like, because, you know, it was just bra, and then it's like a little tie on the side. I hate dresses like that, by the way. But it's a dress. And then she got these high heels. Anyway. So, hated the outfit. But I digress. So, yeah, she's walking in, and she turns to the guy. She's like, give me your wallet. And he's like, I don't know if that's a good idea. She's like, give it to me. You know, like, he didn't want to do it, and then he just, like, fell under the spell. And he's like, okay. Hands her the wallet. She was like, is this all you got? He's like, that's $1,800. She's like, yeah, this isn't enough. And he was like, you're kidding me. She's like, no. Have you seen me? Have you seen this body? $1,800? Not enough. Get out. He was like, what? He was like, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, no. Get out. He's like, I'm not. And for a second, it looked like he was about to rape her, because then he got real close, and he was like, I'm not leaving until I get what I paid for. And she was like, you better. She's like, I said, get out. I'm not sleeping with you. And then he was like, do you know who I am? She's like, actually, I do. That actually might be why you want to get up out of here. You know, she's like, you're the corporate guy. You got the, look at the tan line on your ring finger. You've obviously worked really hard to get where you are. You wouldn't want all that to crash and burn, would you? He was like, you witch. He was like, you know, you're calling her a hoe and stuff like that. She's like, yep, that'll be about right. And he's like, okay, witch, I'll see you again. And he goes, give me my wallet. She's like, no. So he leaves the wallet. Like, I was like, nah, I didn't like that. I was like, you know, anyway. So he leaves. He's like, I'll see you again. So we might see him again, Candace. You might have messed up, but hey, I guess she wasn't thinking it. Sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be a model. I'm just, when I see my hair looking, anyway. So he leaves out. As the guy's leaving out, Benny actually comes in. So she's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? He's like, come on, don't act like that, Candace. She was like, you're my sister. And he was like, so what you, he sees the guy leaving. He was like, so what you doing, turning tricks again? She was like, yep. He was like, Candace, why are you doing this? She was like, he was like, you're smarter than this. You need to go back to school. You need to do this. And she was like, don't come in here judging me. He's like, I'm not judging you. She's like, no, yes, you are. And I've had just about enough of it. She's like, I'm doing what I know how to do. She was like, and what do you want? Why are you even here? I don't even know how you know, like, where I am. You can't just pop up like this. He was like, no, I like to just pop up. She was like, yep, I see that. Don't do that no more. And so he was like, come on, I just wanted to tell you that Mama and I got this house right now with 4 bedrooms. It's a room for you there. She was like, She was like, you must be living in a fairy tale land if you think I'm going to live with that mother of yours and this, that, and the third. He was like, come on, Candace. He was like, you don't have to do this. She was like, he's like, we're your family. She goes, the only family that I had was cremated. And he's like, we're your family too. She was like, mm-mm. And he was like, are you serious, Candace? Like this? He was like, you're going to treat me like this? And she was like, yep. Now get out before I call security. He was like, no, I'm not leaving. She was like, Benny, get out before I call security. And so at some one point she tries to push him. He was like, and then he does end up leaving though.